Hello, little fifth graders. Today, for World War II, we shall talk about atomic bombs and VJ Day. Harry Truman, the 33rd President of the United States from 1945 to 1953. Before he was president, he was FDR's vice president. He became president after FDR died. President Truman made the very difficult decision to use atomic bombs against Japan. Kamikaze. Even though Germany had surrendered, the Allies were still fighting Japan. The Japanese believed it was cowardly to surrender and would rather die fighting than to surrender. The Japanese were willing to sacrifice themselves. Kamikaze pilots would crash their planes into U.S. ships on purpose. Kamikaze means divine wind in Japanese. Atomic bombs. The Allies thought about invading Japan, but they worried that too many soldiers would die. President Truman warned the Japanese to surrender, but they refused. At the end of World War II, President Truman decided to drop atomic bombs on Japan. In August, U.S. bombers dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and then Nagasaki 3 days later. More than 200,000 civilians, which means non-military people, died as a result of the bombs. Some people feel like it was not a good decision because so many innocent civilians died in the attack. On the other hand, many people feel like it was a good decision because it ended the war much sooner and so many soldiers and billions of dollars were spared. Hiroshima. Nagasaki. Why? Truman felt that by ending the war sooner, even though many died, many more lives would be spared. He also felt that as President of the United States, it was his duty to protect American lives by making it so that Americans would not have to invade Japan to end the war. Truman felt that it was his responsibility to end the war, which had been started by Japan, without losing thousands more American lives. The 2 atomic bombs dropped on Japan were the only atomic bombs ever used in war. VJ Day. The Americans dropped the first atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima, also pronounced Hiroshima, on August 6th. Then, after the Japanese still refused to surrender, they dropped a second atomic bomb on the city of Nagasaki. Both cities were completely destroyed. The Japanese military generals still did not want to surrender, but Hirohito, the emperor, stepped in and made them surrender. On August 14, 1945, President Truman announced that Japan had surrendered. Japan signed the surrender documents on September 2, 1945. That day is known as VJ Day. It means Victory in Japan Day. Americans poured out into the streets again to celebrate. Last but not least, have a nice day.